Okay. The last lecture, we have seen the Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form, right? Ux equal to v by uy equal to minus vx. That was the Cauchy-Riemann equation in the Cartesian form. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to see the Cauchy-Riemann equation in the polar form. Okay, polar form, that is, the equations will be in terms of r and theta. So just like whenever the Cartesian form is given, we have seen the procedure to find real part, that is v for u given, or finding u for v given. The same procedure we are going to apply in this example now. Whenever the equation, the given equation of the u or v, it is given in terms of r and theta. Okay, so in that case, we'll use that same procedure to find out v for given u. Harmonic conjugate. So see the Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar form are ur equals to 1 upon r v theta and vr equals to minus 1 upon r u theta. These are the Cauchy-Riemann equation in the polar form. Just like the Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form. What are the equation in Cartesian form? Ux equal to vy. Okay, ux equal to vy and uy equals to minus vx. These are the Cauchy-Riemann equation in the Cartesian form. Now these are the Cauchy-Riemann equation in the polar form. Okay, so now to start with the example, that see find the harmonic conjugate. Harmonic conjugate, that is if u is given, v is harmonic conjugate of u. If v is given, u is harmonic conjugate of u. These are the harmonic conjugate of each other. Okay, so we have to find here the harmonic conjugate of u equals to r cube into cos of 3 theta plus r into sine of 3 theta. Hmm? U equals to r cube cos of 3 theta plus r sine theta. So now, see u equals to, it is the r cube, this cos 3 theta plus r sine theta. Let us call this as equation number 1. Now the procedure is same. What we do, first of all, we differentiate that u with respect to r and with respect to theta. We differentiate, okay, with respect to u, that r and theta. Now here u is in terms of r theta. We differentiate there with respect to x and y. Here we are going to differentiate with respect to r and with respect to theta. So u suffix r, ur will be, when you differentiate u with respect to r, its derivative is 3r square. Just differentiate r cube will be 3r square cos of 3 theta as it is. And this r will be 1. So what is remaining here? Sin theta. So this is the value of ur. And u theta is with respect to theta. Now we'll have to differentiate with respect to theta. So cos of 3 theta, cos will be minus 3 sine 3 theta. Cos its derivative minus 3 sine 3 theta and sine its derivative is cos theta. जसं आपण तिकडे with respect to x आणि y differentiate करायचो, इथे with respect to r आणि theta केलंय. So ur and u theta. Our aim is to find v. Our aim is to find the value of v. Okay, so now for that, use the first Cauchy-Riemann equation. By first Cauchy-Riemann equation, what you are having, ur equals to 1 upon r v theta. Therefore this v theta is equals to, just shift this r to this side, it will be r into ur is the value of v theta. V theta will be r into ur. So now substitute here ur. Substitute the value of ur here. Okay. What is ur? We have already find that value of ur, that is a 3r square cos 3 theta sin theta. So substituting this value here, you will get the value of v theta. Just multiply this r inside the bracket. So it is the 3r cube cos 3 theta plus r into sine of theta. So this is the value of v theta. V theta means what? Dabba v upon dabba theta. E theta म्हणजेच काय dabba v upon dabba theta. So this is the value of dabba v upon dabba theta. But what is our aim? Our aim is to get the value of v only. As we require the value of v only, we not require dabba upon dabba theta. Dabba upon dabba theta we not required. Therefore, integrate with respect to theta, keeping r as a constant. So on integrating with respect to theta, is it clear the step? We have to cancel this dabba upon dabba theta, no? Because we require only v. So that's why we'll integrate with respect to theta, keeping r as a constant. जसं x आणि y असेल तर with respect to x, y as a constant करायचो. इथे काय आहे? R as a constant. Now let us integrate. When you integrate, this dabba upon dabba theta will get cancelled. Means what is remaining here? V. And integrate the right hand side. Integrate this side with respect to what? Theta. With respect to theta, r is a constant. So add the constant of integration as f of r, because there are the chances of that f of r to go in that constant of integration. So that's why we'll add the constant of integration as a f of r. जसं x y साठी x constant असेल तर we add the constant as a f of x. If y is a constant, then f of y. In the similar way here, the same way, we'll have to add the constant of integration as a f of r. Now integrate the term here. Integrate this term with respect to theta. So cos of 3 theta, its integration is sine 3 theta upon 3. Sine theta, its integration is minus cos theta plus f of r. So in this way, we get the value of v, as this 3 will get cancelled, and the value is r cube sine 3 theta minus r cos of theta plus f of r. Is it clear up to this? Yes. Please reply me to the chat box. Yes. Is it clear up to this? The similar type of examples are there. Okay, procedure is same. Just here we are having the equation in terms of r and theta. Okay. So once you get the value of v now, after that what we do is that, after that, yes, after that our aim is to eliminate that f of r. We have to eliminate that f of r. So for that f of r, we'll have to differentiate. Now differentiate with respect to r. On differentiating with respect to r, जसं आपण इथे x जर असेल, इथे if f of x is there, we differentiate with respect to x. If y is there, we differentiate with respect to y. Okay, now the next procedure is what? To eliminate that f of r. So to eliminate f of r, we'll have to differentiate with respect to r, that equation. So on differentiating, you will get vr. Vr means what? Derivative of v with respect to r. Okay, just see this. Vr will be, derivative with respect to r will be 3r square. Okay, 3r square sine 3 theta minus cos of theta plus f dash of r. See this step. This one. Okay, our aim is to get now f dash of r. Our aim is to get f dash of r. So for that f dash of r, you should know vr, v suffix r. So that v suffix r you will get by using the second Cauchy-Riemann equation. By second Cauchy-Riemann equation, vr is minus 1 upon r u theta. That is minus 1 upon r u theta that is this. This is the value of u theta, right? In the first step of the example, we are having the value of u theta. That value you will have to substitute here. Okay. Now multiply this 1 upon r inside the bracket. So it will be 3r square sine 3 theta minus cos of theta. Okay, vr. Now substitute that value of vr here. Arrow I have substituted here the value in this equation. Now continue with the equation. Substitute here vr. Vr is what? 3r square sine 3 theta minus cos of theta equals to 3r square sine 3 theta minus cos theta and plus f dash of r. So what will be f dash of r? Both the term will get cancelled from both the side. That is f dash of r equals to 0. F dash of r 0. Therefore f of r equal to c. Okay, f dash जर 0 असेल तर त्याची f of r काय असणार आहे c when you integrate both the sides of the equation. and hence equation 2 becomes equation 2, that is this equation will takes the form here v equal to r cube sine of 3 theta minus r cos of theta plus c. Now, see, in this example, they are asked to find only harmonic conjugate. Okay, f of z they have not asked, but we'll find that f of z also. इथे फक्त इथपर्यंतच विचारलंय, but we'll also find f of z in terms of z. In some of the example, they are asked only harmonic conjugate, that is v, or in some of the example, they also asked to find f of z in terms of z. Okay, so to get f of z in terms of z, see what we'll have to do. Just like in term when the equation is in terms of x and y, what we do, we put x equal to z, y equal to 0. Now instead of x, we are having here r. Okay, instead of x, we are having here r, and instead of y, we are having theta. So we'll have to put here x equal to r equal to z and theta equal to 0 in the equation. Is it clear? In the equation, we are going to put here, see, in this equation, when you substitute here u and v, substitute r as a z and theta equal to 0. Again, by Miles-Thompson method, this is the procedure to get the function in terms of z. So let us substitute here r as a z will be z cube. Z cube cos of 0 1 sine 0 0. Again here sine 0 0. So what is remaining here? Minus z, r as a z, cos 0 is 1 plus c. Therefore it is z cube minus I into z plus I into c किंवा capital C. Arbitrary na? So instead of IC you can take the capital C. Okay. So this is the function in terms of set. So is it clear? Example number 1. Yes. Reply me. Is it clear the first example? Okay, now let's start with the next example. Example number 2. मीटिंग पासवर्ड आणि आयडी देऊन टाका ना, मग याच्यावर दिसतंय ना तुम्हाला मीटिंग आयडी आणि पासवर्ड. जस्ट अ मिनिट. Okay, let us start with the next second example. Example number 2. If v equal to r raised to n sine of n theta, in this it is of the similar type. Now in this example v is given and we have to find the value of u. Okay, so for u again the same procedure is there. We'll differentiate that v with respect to r and theta, then we'll use the first Cauchy-Riemann equation. Then to eliminate that constant, we'll have to use the second Cauchy-Riemann equation. Okay, so now see, this is your v. Let us differentiate that v with respect to r and with respect to theta. So with respect to r, that is the derivative of r raised to n and r raised to r minus n minus 1. Sine n theta is as it is. Okay, v theta. So differentiate with respect to this v with respect to theta. R raised to n will be as it is, and sine its derivative is cos of n theta into n. Okay. Now after getting Vr and V theta by the first Cauchy-Riemann equation, we always use the first Cauchy-Riemann equation after that. So ur equals to 1 upon r V theta. The first Cauchy-Riemann equation is this. Okay, first Cauchy-Riemann equation is ur equals to 1 upon r V theta. So 1 upon r is there. V theta, substitute that value of V theta here. V theta ची value इथे substitute करा. Okay, v theta nr raised to n cos of n theta. Now shift this r to the numerator, so it will be r raised to n minus 1. So this is the value of u suffix r. U suffix r, that is nothing but dabba u upon dabba r. Dabba u upon dabba r is n r raised to n minus 1 cos of n theta. Now our aim is to get u. We not require this dabba upon dabba r. So to remove that dabba upon dabba r, we'll have to integrate with respect to r, keeping theta as a constant. Okay, integrate with respect to r, keeping theta as a constant. So therefore this u is equals to, let us integrate this term. This is the term we have to integrate with respect to what? R. And theta is a constant. That's why we'll have to add the constant of integration as a f of theta. If r is a constant, we add the constant of integration as a f of r. If theta is a constant, we add the constant of integration as a f of theta. Okay. Now let us integrate the term. Integrate this term with respect to r. Therefore, r raised to n minus 1, its integration, remaining term will be as it is. So r raised to n minus 1 will be r raised to n minus 1 plus 1. Okay, r raised to n minus 1. R raised to n minus 1 असे नव्हते. Okay, r raised to, त्याचं इंटिग्रेशन केलंय ना आपण ह्या स्टेप मध्ये. काय केलंय? r raised to n minus 1 चे इंटिग्रेशन केलंय. What is the integration of r raised to n minus 1? It is n minus 1 plus 1. म्हणजे हा plus 1 minus 1 cancel. Remaining is n. So divide by n. So it is the integration of r raised to n minus 1. Is it clear? Okay. R raised to n minus 1, its integration. R raised to n minus 1 plus 1 means r raised to n upon n. So now into cos theta as it is plus f of theta. Call this as equation number 2. Now we'll have to differentiate with respect to theta. Why? Because we'll have to eliminate f of theta. If f of r is there, we differentiate with respect to r, right? If f of theta is there, differentiate with respect to theta. So now u, its derivative with respect to theta, that is u theta, will be cos of n theta will be minus sine of n theta into n, its derivative. F of theta, its derivative is f dash of theta. Now we'll have to identify the value of u theta by using the second Cauchy-Riemann equation, because our aim is to get f dash of theta, and for f dash of theta you must know u suffix theta. Okay, so see, I have written there the second Cauchy-Riemann equation, and in that just get the expression for u theta. So by using the second Cauchy-Riemann equation, you will able to find the value of u theta. Is it clear? In this step, we always do the same thing, that we use the second Cauchy-Riemann equation. Okay, one to eliminate that constant. Okay, so for that, see here by second CR equation, VR is minus 1 upon r u theta. So what will be your u theta? It is minus r into VR. Substitute here VR. See, substituted here the value of VR here. So we'll get u theta as this. And now see, arrow kela meete, substitute that value of u theta here. That is minus n r raised to minus r raised to n sine theta. Okay, minus n r raised to n sine of n theta equal to this as it is. This implies goes to what? This term will get cancelled. ते समजलंय ना? ही जी u theta ची value ती मी इथे put करतोय. This term will get cancelled, and hence f dash of theta, f dash of theta equal to 0. This implies goes to what? F of theta equal to c. F of theta equal to c, that is here equation 2 will take the form. In the equation number 2, substitute that value in this equation. Substitute the value of f of theta, so that u equal to r raised to n cos of n theta plus c. And now f of z, what is your f of z? U plus iv. F of z is u plus iv, so substitute here u and substitute here v. u आणि v च्या व्हॅल्यू इथे पुट करून दाखवायचे. सो इट इज r इक्वल टू z, put r equal to z and theta equal to 0. r z and theta equal to 0. Okay, so substitute here value of r, z raised to n, theta 0, so cos 0 is 1. Okay, plus c, sin 0 is 0. So this is the answer, f of z equal to z raised to n plus c. Okay, is it clear? Example number 2. Now next example. Okay, example number 3. Find analytic function f of z u plus iv. Okay, if u equal to this. Again of the similar type, u is given. So let us call this equation as equation number 1. Now differentiate that equation number 1 with respect to r and theta. With respect to r, derivative of this r as a 1. 1 upon r will be minus 1 upon r square cos of theta as it is. U suffix theta. So cos theta will be minus sin theta. Now by first Cauchy's Riemann equation, we are having ur equals to 1 upon r v theta. This implies goes to what? V theta is r into ur, right? So now substitute here the value of ur. What is ur? Ur is 1 minus 1 upon r square cos of theta. Okay, this value we have substituted here. So in this way we are having v theta equals to r minus 1 upon r cos of theta. V theta, that is nothing but dabba v upon dabba theta. Just multiply that r inside, so you will get r minus 1 upon r cos of theta. Now again it is the value of dabba upon dabba theta, but we not require this, we require only v. So for that we'll have to integrate with respect to theta, keeping r as a constant. So therefore integrate this term with respect to our theta, as we are taking r as a constant, so add the constant of integration as a f of r. F of r. So therefore that v equals to r minus 1 upon r integration of this cos will be sine. We are integrating with respect to theta, r is a constant, plus this f of r as it is. Okay, so it is the value of v. Now our next aim is to eliminate that f of r. So to eliminate that f of r, we'll have to differentiate with respect to r. So on differentiating you will get vr. Okay, on differentiating you will get vr, and that is equal to, just see the right hand side of the equation. When you differentiate, this r will be 1. Okay, this r will be 1, and 1 upon r will be minus 1 upon r square. Okay, this 1 upon r square, so that minus minus will become plus 1 upon r square sine theta as it is, plus f dash of r. Now to find f dash of r, you should know the value of vr. How to get the value of vr? By using the second Cauchy's Riemann equation. Okay, so use the second Cauchy's Riemann equation. You will get the value of that ur. Okay, see, we are doing is here that we are going to take that second CR equation. Just a minute, and by using that we can find the value of f dash of r. So see here, we have done is that second CR equation will gives vr equals to minus 1 upon r u theta. U theta is known to us, that is this. So substitute that value here. Substitute here the value of u theta. So vr is equals to, multiply this 1 upon r inside the bracket. See, this minus and this minus will become plus. So what is remaining here? 1 plus 1 upon r square sine of theta. Therefore, this equation becomes, see, in this equation I have substituted here the value of VR. VR is what? 1 plus 1 upon r square sine of theta. Okay, so equal to this equation will take this form, and now f dash of r equal to 0. F dash of r 0 means f of r equal to c, and hence equation 2 becomes, in the equation number 2 substitute here the value of f of r, which is equal to c. So v equal to r minus 1 upon r sine theta plus c. Hmm? And hence f of z. F of z is what? U plus iv. So let us substitute here the value of u and the value of v. Okay. And then to get the function in terms of z, function in terms of z, we'll have to put what? R equals to z and theta equals to 0. Hmm? So substitute here, substitute the values here, you will get the answer. Hmm? On putting these values, you will get, see, you put these values, r equal to z, so z plus 1 upon z, theta 0, so cos 0 is 1, hmm? Sine 0 is 0, hmm? Sine 0 0, so this term becomes 0 plus c. So this is the answer, z plus 1 upon z plus c. Hmm? So is it clear? Is it clear the example? Any difficulty, any doubt in this example? Now see the next example. Find the value of p. Hmm? Find the value of p such that the function f of z equal to r square cos theta cos of 2 theta plus I times r square sine of p theta becomes the analytic function. Hmm? Becomes analytic function. So see, whatever function is given, f of z as r square cos of 2 theta plus I times r square sine of p theta, hmm, you just compare that function with u plus iv. Hmm, compare that with u plus iv, f of z. So f of z with u plus iv, you will get, see, this u is r square cos of 2 theta, and what is v? That is the r square sine of p theta. Now, by using the Cauchy-Riemann equation, you can use any one of the Riemann equation, Cauchy-Riemann equation, either first or second. Here I am using the first Cauchy-Riemann equation, that is ur equals to 1 upon r v theta. Okay, our aim is to find the value of p, because if the function is analytic, then it will satisfy both the Cauchy-Riemann equation. So I am taking here the first Cauchy-Riemann equation, that is ur equals to 1 upon r v theta. Now substitute here the value of ur. Okay, ur means what? Its derivative with respect to r, that is 2r cos of 2 theta, and substitute here the value of v theta. Okay, v theta, v theta is what? With respect to theta, what will be the derivative? R square as it is. Hmm? Sine of p theta, sine p theta, its derivative is p into cos of p theta. Okay, so this 1 r will get cancelled, then that remaining r will get cancelled from both the sides of the equation. What is remaining here is that 2 cos of 2 theta equal to p cos of p theta. Mhm. So on comparing both the sides of the equation, just by observation you can identify the value of p must be 2, then and then this equation will satisfy, right? It should be 2, p equal to 2, then only equation will satisfy. So therefore for p equal to 2, f of z becomes analytic. Okay, so means by using the Cauchy-Riemann equation, just find it the value of p. Either you can use the first Cauchy-Riemann equation or the second Cauchy-Riemann equation. So is it clear the example?